Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Friday night, Texas sky. We lit, house packed out, whole town in it. Pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state calls. We talk rivalries, legends, up next kings. Breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams, so loud, so loud, so loud. You tuned in now, right that way. This the pot they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the big hits roll. Texas under lights, we talk hard, we talk soul. From the first snap hype to the last play glow. It's Friday night, lights, let's go. Woo! Let's get old, let's get old, hey. Let's get old, let's get old, let's get old, hey. Woo! Let's get...
All right, guys, welcome. This is the first episode of Between the Hashes, a Texas high school football podcast. And we want to welcome you. We're genuinely excited about where this is going to go. And who knows how many episodes we're going to do. But hey, you can't go anywhere if you don't have a first episode. So welcome to episode 1, Between the Hashes. My name is Adam McAbee. I'm going to be one of your co-hosts during this process. And I've got my really good friend. He may look a little different than me, but he's my brother. I don't know if you can tell it or not. You see the resemblance. Love R.L. Martin. We've been friends for quite a while. It's my guy. RL is going to be my co-host during this journey. RL, thanks for doing this with me, man. I know it's been a dream of ours for a while.
Hey, I appreciate the invite. And like you said, yeah, this is my brother in Christ as well. So I want y'all to join us for this journey as we go. And basically, we are going to shed some light on Texas high school football and especially the athletes.
Absolutely. Now, I know you and I have been talking about doing this for a while. When I called you about a month or so ago and said, hey, I think it's time for us to do this, what sparked you to do it now?
The timing of it. You know, it was a lot. It's a lot going on in Texas high school football. And it's, I say high school football, really. It's recruiting wise, NIL, you've got realignments, you've got transfers, you've got athletes that are getting offers, you've got camps that are getting ready to blow up. It was a perfect time to do it. And the platform that we have, we're doing it for the right reason. We are both like-minded when it comes to that. And everybody that's known me knows that I'm all about promoting those athletes and getting more eyes on them, and by expanding my brand, I expand the eyes on those athletes.
Yeah, and you do a lot. For the audience that may not know you, I met you in the 7-on-7 circuit, so you kind of got your hands in 7-on-7, but why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do, because you do a lot with behind the scenes. A lot of people don't even know that you do. So
actually, it wasn't 7-on-7.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't.
It was Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Getting Levi McAbee, quarterback over at Farmersville, getting him over to the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy in Canton.
That was in the 5th grade. That was a long time ago, man.
That's a long time ago, man. This dude is a senior now.
I've got a lot more gray. I got a lot more gray in my beard.
I know I do, and I am proud of it. My kids gave it to me, and I am proud of every strand that I have.
Yep. But can you believe Levi's going to be a senior, though?
No. And the thing that gets me is that, I just saw him the other day, and how much he's grown. And the man that he has become, I already knew he was well balanced and everything else, but he's handling it so well. And I'm proud of that. I am so proud of that kid. And just like whenever I see that, I saw that he committed as well. And that's wonderful for him. And man, he does it for the right reasons. That's why I really love Levi. Have loved him for so long.
He calls you Unc.
That's me. That is me. Well, to the intro, man, I guess everybody here, my name is R.L. Martin. I am a co-founder of my company, 2MGE. So I've been doing this for about 9 years. I got into it with my co-partner, Mike Morris. He's my other half with 2MGE. Shout out, brother. Mike. That's it. Shout out, Mike. I've been doing this for about 9 years. To do it, I figured that I needed to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. I had an eye for it. So I went ahead and started doing some educational stuff to kind of get some validity with the Scouting Academy. And I went on there, got a certification from them for college recruiting.
That's not easy.
No, it was not. No, it was not. I have another course that I'm going to take as well with them. But that's with Dan Hetman and Lewis Riddick. I got into the scouting thing and with Mike, he the one brought me in, him and Larry Shaw in the Austin area. And we started off with the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy. I did that for a couple of years. And then me and Mike went off to scouting on the National 7-on-7 circuit. We did that for a few years, so we got to travel the country and seeing a lot of talent there, highlighting kids and everything for them, highlighting the athletes, and I truly just fell in love with it. To now, I'm promoting here a lot of kids. I've been doing it throughout the country whenever I see athletes, or they send me their information. I have some coaches and everything that follow me here, some contacts. But this is another platform, another way to get eyes on these athletes to help them be seen by the right eyes. By doing that, we're getting the information out. And I think that this is a very good platform that's going to be taking off. Yep. And especially when, right now camp season is getting ready to start here in about a month or so. It's going to be a lot more things that'll be seen. A lot of videos are going to come out and things like that can be scouted. But we want to make sure that we're getting eyes on the athletes that really do need to be seen. And when I say that, I mean that everybody sees the 4 and 5 stars. Everybody knows that. But it's the 3 stars and below, the guy who's at a camp, or the guy who's in 7-on-7, or the guy on a Friday night that hangs with or cooks a 4-star that they're lined up against. Those guys need to be seen as well. So we want to make sure that we get that information. So once we get done here, everybody will have our social media stuff. One last thing is that when we break this down, I don't know where we're going to do this, but I'm going to say we're going to be splitting the state up. We're going to do Texas high school football. I still do national stuff as well, but we're going to focus here on Texas high school football. And I'm going to be covering from Waco down to South Texas, all the way over to Houston. So I'll be covering everything from Waco down. And then Adam is going to cover West and East Texas and all of DFW. So we've got it covered. We're going to get all that information out so that y'all know where to send us the clips and everything.
Yeah. And the reason why we broke it up this way is because regionally, you live in San Antonio.
San Antonio, yeah.
And regionally, I live in the DFW market. So yeah, we're going to have Texas high school football pretty well covered. So appreciate you doing that. For those of you that don't know me, most of you probably don't know me, but I am just a lover of Texas high school football in general, but I've been around Texas high school football my whole life. Played it in my freshman, sophomore year, high school, ended up pursuing baseball mostly. And I was a band nerd. So I was in the band and, after high school, I just kept following high school football. I love it. Got into ministry for quite a while. And what really drove me to have a deeper passion for high school football in the state of Texas was in 2016, we moved to Denton, Texas. And there was a startup school to help kind of eliminate some of the stress that Denton high schools were having. At the time, you had Denton Ryan, Denton High, and Denton Geyer. But Denton Braswell was opening up. And so we moved out there so my kids could be a part of a little bit of a smaller school. We were in Allen, and then we joined the Denton community. And I sat down with Coach Cody Moore, which shout out to Cody. Super proud of him. He is now the athletic director and head football coach out in Mineola. And we'll talk about Mineola when we start doing some of the district breakdowns. But love Cody. Sat down with him, shared some of my vision with him and some of my past and what I've done, and just shared my heart that I just wanted to serve him and the coaches and the program, and told him I'd love to be the team chaplain. He took me under his wing and said, absolutely, let's do this. And so for about 6 years during the infancy of that startup program, I got to see a lot of behind the scenes of what coaches go through and what coaches deal with. And, I brought a 10, 15-minute message every Friday, whether it was a home game or an away game, to the football team. And that's really what cemented my love for high school football. Being on the sidelines, praying with them, walking down the sidelines with them, all that good stuff. It was an awesome journey to be a part of that. And then to have a kid that, as you mentioned, you got to know him in the 5th grade, watching his journey from 5th grade to now he's about to be a senior at Farmersville High School, and seeing from a dad's perspective what parents go through having an athlete that's starting at the varsity level. He was going to be a 3-year starter. He started as a sophomore for Farmersville, and there is nothing like Texas high school football. With what you and I've done, traveling the 7-on-7 circuits, across the country, you get these Texas high school athletes that go and compete in all these different tournaments. There is a very clear difference in the talent level in the state of Texas, and we are very blessed to have the kind of talent on Friday nights that we have here in the state of Texas. So I love what we do and how we do it. And I'm excited about this journey. And like you said, I'm going to cover East Texas. I'm going to cover DFW all the way to West Texas, El Paso, up to Amarillo. So excited to be a part of this journey with you, RL. So, we talked a little bit about where we're going to cover and what we're going to cover. Why are you wanting to do this? You kind of mentioned it a little bit, but tell everybody your heart. Like, what specifically about the athlete are you wanting and why you're wanting to do this?
To no fault of anyone, if you have those 4 and 5 stars that are always out there shining, they're going to shine because they're a 4 and 5 star. They're going to be seen. They're going to get noticed. There's always a clip or something out there showing about what they've done. But being on that 7-on-7 circuit, we saw, myself and Mike, we saw that it's also a bunch of other athletes that are deserving of an opportunity to play at the next level. But for whatever reason, they're not being seen. So that's exactly why we started 2MGE, because we wanted to promote those other athletes that have the ability to play at the next level, but they aren't being seen for whatever reason it may be. I mean, they may be from a small town and they don't get much recruiting down there, and they can't get out to the big cities to see the camps and stuff like that. But yeah, everyone has huddle. So if you have a huddle tape and you put that huddle tape together and you put that out, we can go off of that and do evaluations off of that, to where we can then promote you as an athlete to where those no-star athletes can move all the way up to 3- and 4-star athletes, because somebody out there saw their tape. Somebody saw the evaluation that we did on them, and they're like, hey, we need to take a look at this kid. Hey, we need to go down here to this little school in Cuero, or we need to go down to Kingsville or somewhere like that, and we need to say, hey, let's put eyes on this athlete. But it's just a passion that we've had, and it just continued to grow. And this here is just a platform to keep doing it. And with me saying that, I want to say it would be a crime if I did not acknowledge Mike Morris, Larry Shaw, Mark Henry, Anthony Williams, these guys, and Jacob Morrison. These guys are my brothers that have been with me through this recruiting thing. And whenever I have questions or we want to talk about an athlete or anything like that, I can give a shout out to them. If I have questions about what should this kid do next, or hey, when is their camp, something that's going on or whatever, Jacob and Anthony have really been big with me. They're always accessible. I can reach out and talk to them, and we just talk football. There's been many a night me and Anthony have stood on the sideline during a game. We're at the same game and we're sitting there watching a football game. We end up talking football outside of what we're watching, but it all dials into it. So yeah, it's just a privilege to have these gentlemen as friends.
Yeah, Jacob's a dude. He's a ball knower.
Yeah, definitely.
Love Jacob Morrison. I think for me, my why for doing this is twofold. You mentioned the athlete side of it. Having an athlete, that's definitely part of my why. But the other part of my why is highlighting the coaches and the programs. You've got big metropolitan areas like DFW, you've got Houston, you've got San Antonio, you've got Austin. Everybody knows those big programs within those, metropolitan areas. But for me, it's shedding light on the incredible programs that are out there, like Farmersville, like Edgewood, like Mineola. You've got Lufkin, you've got some of the schools around Tyler. out West Texas, you've got some of the El Paso schools, you've got Midland, you've got Odessa up in the Panhandle, you got Abernathy. I mean, you got so many programs that are kind of flying under the radar. If you're a coach and you're watching this, we want to highlight you. So shoot us a DM, tag us in post, send us your roster, send us the players that you're excited about that nobody's paying attention to right now. We want to be able to bring light to those kids and your programs. So that's my why. I love the coaches. Coaches don't get enough credit, in my opinion. Having seen all the behind the scenes of what they do and what they go through, it's not only are the coaches having to be bought in, but their spouses have to be bought in, their kids have to be bought in. Being a coach at any sport, whether it's football or volleyball or baseball or softball, whatever, it requires a calling, because you're at that school from 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning during your season. And sometimes you don't leave till 6, 7 o'clock at night. And if you don't have full buy-in from your family, it can cause problems. So a lot of these coaches do a great job with balance and work life and family life balance. And we want to bring highlights to that. We want to honor you. We want to promote you. We want to promote your kids, and help just spread the word of Texas high school football. Here in the next couple of episodes, we're going to highlight some players. We're going to talk about some of these players. We're going to have some of the players on. But Ariel, I want you to highlight a couple of your favorite players right off the cuffs. First episode in, we're talking about the players. Let's highlight a couple of them. Give me your top 2 players that you're most excited about right now.
Well, I can't say that they're the top 2, but 2 that I,
because you probably got about
know,
20 or 30.
that I do. There's a special one here in San Antonio that I've been watching since 7th grade, Braylon Allen. But I'm pretty sure everybody around the state knows that name. But it's one that has started to catch fire here in the San Antonio area. He is a 2028 from Brennan High School. His name is Jayshawn Mitchell. And Jayshawn, his recruiting has started to catch on here lately. Getting ready to go into camp season. I'm pretty sure he's going to get some invites to some camps, and he's got plenty more offers coming. But Jayshawn is a 6 foot, 190 pound athlete. He plays mainly wide receiver, running back. But I want to highlight on there that this young man is an athlete. He is an athlete. He displays good speed, good burst, and that's noted. And you can see that on his tape. You can see the burst. You can see the speed, the range speed that he has. He catches well out of the backfield and also adjusts well to the ball and tracks it through the air, which is very well from the receiver position. He has good instincts. He's elusive and has good balance. One thing that I see about Jayshawn is that being an athlete at 6 foot, he's still, and he has a nice frame, so he can still fill in that frame. He still may have an inch or 2 that he's going to grow. I would not be surprised if he gets some burn on the other side of the ball, because he's that athletic. He can do that with no problem. So that's one. Jayshawn Mitchell over at Brennan High School. The second one is up there in your area.
Okay.
I saw this young man 2 years ago here at the Navy All-American Combine with Anthony Williams and NBC. And that is Ty McCurry.
Yeah,
Ty
I knew
McCurry,
that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, that I have to. I saw that gentleman 2 years ago, and it was like he's blossomed since then. He's over at South Lake Carroll.
He's a 2028 kid as well, right?
He's a 20 as well. And you can't miss Ty. Ty is 6'6", 290 pounds. He moves like a forward in basketball. That is the footwork and the mobility, the hips, the strength that he has is noted. If you go to his Twitter page, you can see videos on there from camps that he's had. And as a 22, he's nasty. He's nasty. He has the long arms. He has the strong punch. He's got everything that you're looking for in an offensive lineman. He's playing at tackle.
Is he a left tackle or right tackle?
I don't know what side he's going to play next year. This year he transferred and he came over to South Lake Carroll, so he played JV last season. But he'll be moving to. You can't keep him there. It was just because he moved. He had to play that. but he's going to be making noise. He's already making noise, and in the past week or so, he's picked up A&M, and I believe today he just picked up South Carolina.
Yep.
So that's the type of athlete that we're talking about here. Great young man to talk to. And one thing that I noticed about him, and I'm going to say this, is when we were at the combine and the coaches were giving him advice and coaching him, the focus that he had on listening lets you know that this young man is very coachable. He is very coachable. He's only going to get better. Like I said, he's already 6'6", 290 pounds. So this 2028 from South Lake Carroll is definitely one that's going to, I know his recruiting isn't done yet, being that he's still picking up those big time P4 offers.
That's awesome. I think the two guys I want to talk about tonight, one's a 2020 kid. The other's a 2020 kid. Being a quarterback dad, I'm going to talk about quarterbacks. And let me just tell you, overall, it doesn't matter if you're a quarterback or a receiver, offensive line, defensive line, across the board. This 2020 class, since I've been really covering and following high school football, this 27 class is probably the deepest class that I've seen. One of the things I didn't mention when I was doing my intro, but for about a year, I did some writing for TexasHighSchoolFootball.com. So I covered Eli Stowers back then, Cadric Cobbs, some of the Denton Geyer kids, and I've seen a lot of classes come through Texas high school since about 2018, 2019. This 27 class, man, it is deep through and through. So my 27 kid, I could highlight a lot of quarterbacks, especially up here in the DFW area and East Texas. Just want to give a shout out to Trevor Golightly over in Edgewood. Good kid. Cason Maupin, Sunnyvale. Great kid. But the kid I'm going to highlight is Buck Randall. Buck's recruiting's kind of been taken off. You know, down in your area, Noah Finks got some offers today. Was kind of blowing up. He's a lefty for Shadow Creek, I believe is where he's at now. But Buck Randall, I know you've known Buck since he was, seventh grade, I think, maybe?
No, let's go back. We're going back. The first time I saw Buck was in the fifth grade.
Fifth grade. And he was playing 7-on-7 with Texas Epic at that time.
Yeah. Coach Smitty.
Yep. So Levi and I got to know Buck when we were doing 7-on-7 in a winter league. Texas Epic had a winter league over in Keller, and Levi and Buck got to be friends through that league and have been doing camps and stuff. And whenever they see each other, they always give each other a high five. They catch up and talk, and they've just become friends. But we've seen Buck in person since about the seventh grade. And when he was going into his freshman year of high school, he and Levi were at the A&M camp together. It was a middle school camp. When we got to go pick Levi up that day, we walked into the indoor and they were doing a game of some sort. I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I just remember walking in on that game that they were doing. You know, Levi chunks the ball, goes pretty far. Levi and Buck were the last two standing, and Buck just launches this football. And, you know, the normal distance of a football field width-wise is about 55 yards. This kid launches it from the wall on the other side of the sideline over across the field, and it hits the wall about halfway up. This ball probably would have went 70 yards. Easy. He just has an arm, got a cannon. And then he gets into high school, and he doesn't just go to any high school. He's going to Highland Park High School. And for those of you that are not new to high school football, Highland Park is a perennial powerhouse in the state of Texas. It doesn't matter if they're 6A or 5A, wherever they land in the realignment process, Highland Park is going to compete, and they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to make a deep run. Buck comes in as a sophomore, and not only does Buck win the starting job over a couple of seniors that were already on the depth chart, he beats them out, starts as a sophomore, takes Highland Park all the way to the state championship game as a sophomore, throws for over 4,000 yards, I think I remember seeing something from Dave Campbell's just a couple weeks ago that
He picked up his third star.
He did. He picked up his third star, but he's on the cusp of breaking like all-time passing records in the state of Texas. Buck is just not getting, in my opinion, Buck is not getting enough offers. I've seen, because of having a 2027 kid, I've seen this 27 class nationwide. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks. And I'm telling you right now, if Buck Randall was 6'4" or 6'3", this kid would have 60, 70 offers to every Power 4 school, every Group of 5 school you can imagine. But Buck's 5'11", maybe 6 foot. And it's just not fair to him. I mean, this kid can ball. At the end of the day,
Adam, I'm going to tell you this. I just see on here, I'm looking at Buck's Twitter. 38 minutes ago, he just picked up SMU.
Let's go. All right. You heard it here right
SMU.
Now. Picked up SMU, which is a good offer. But again, for parents, this is another kind of free advice as we kind of talk about something in an episode later. But, you know, when you're talking about recruiting, as a parent, you need to know your kid's position and the other kids across the country who are playing the same position and which schools are offering which kids in your son's position or daughter's position, because that matters. So SMU has a quarterback commitment from Malachi Ziegler, which is a quarterback in the state of Louisiana. He's a ESPN top 300 quarterback, great kid. I don't know how many quarterbacks SMU is planning on taking, but however you shake it down, that's an incredible offer. So congratulations, Buck. Congratulations. So, you know, Buck Randall's legit. I think personally, Buck is the top quarterback in the 2027 class across the country, hands down. I've seen a lot. I've seen a ton of the quarterbacks in the 27 class. And when it comes to the state of Texas, Buck is definitely in the tops. He's definitely in the tops in my book in the nation. Second kid I want to highlight is I believe Dave Campbell's just gave him his 5th star. He's had a little bit of a journey, but he too is a 20 kid, was a 27 kid, ended up reclassifying to 2020 when he went to a private school, but has emerged as Coppell High School's quarterback as a sophomore. This young man is Carter Zingelman. This young man is 6'4", athletic as ever. I mean, for a kid this size, to be able to move and run and juke defenders out while he's making plays happen downfield, when he's got the ball in his hands on a quarterback keeper, I've never seen anything like it. Carter Zingelman, I've seen this kid since he was playing youth ball in Denton. So he was probably 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade when we first met him. Shout out to his dad, Heath. But this is an incredible family, first and foremost. But as an athlete playing the quarterback position, Carter Zingelman can spin it. His IQ is through the roof. This kid can dissect defenses pre-snap. He can dissect it post-snap quicker than most kids at this age that I've seen in a long time. Carter's recruiting is blowing up. I can't even begin to tell you how many offers he's got. He's well over 20 at this point. But Carter is going to be a name to look out for. He's going to have his choice of wherever he wants to go when it's all said and done. But Carter Zingelman out of Coppell High School is one of my favorite athletes to watch in the state of Texas when it comes to the quarterback position. So shout out to those 2 guys.
And Carter just picked up South Carolina today.
Yeah, I knew he picked up a couple offers. I didn't know if it was today or yesterday.
Yeah, he got South Carolina today.
That's awesome. Congrats
Florida
to Mr.
State.
Zingelman.
Got Florida State on the 20th too. So yeah.
Yep. Schools are picking up Carter quickly. I mean, it's not, when you have that kind of frame, you know, you talk about the eyeball test. Carter passes every eyeball test. And then you start putting his tape on and you watch his tape, and Carter's tape speaks for itself. I mean, this dude, he is a straight
now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a straight baller, man. So, hey, as we wrap up episode 1, let's give everybody a teaser, because we've been pre-recording some of these episodes. So, Ariel, kind of give us a little bit of a teaser on some of the stuff that's coming, because there's some pretty good fire coming.
The main teaser that I want to say is we are going to make sure that we highlight 7-on-7. One of the next few episodes that comes out, we've got Mr. Mark Henry, my brother from up there in the DFW. Well, excuse me, he lives in the DFW, but he's from the H. He is from the H already.
I'm gonna convert him. Just wait.
That's fam. Fam is from the H-Town area. He lives up in DFW. This man is always busy, but he's traveling the country with DR7 with their circuit. But everybody knows that this man knows football. So we're going to get on there. We're going to talk to him about some 7-on-7 stuff. We've got recruiting. We've got some recruiting videos that are going to come out later on. One of the big guys to talk recruiting about with is Mr. Anthony Williams of the Navy All-American game. We're going to have him on and do some stuff with him. Some great information for athletes and parents. This is going to be big. You're going to want to stay tuned for that ready as well. Yeah,
when that episode drops, get your notebooks.
You're going to want to make sure that you're listening because he knows exactly what needs to be done from camps all the way to your visits and how you should handle those as a parent and as an athlete. So you're going to want to make sure that you pay attention to those. These are some upcoming videos that we've got coming, and we might have a surprise video coming up from one of the top athletes that we talk about.
Yep, we do. I'm excited about that one. We're going to talk to one of the athletes about his recruiting process, his approach, kind of how he's handling it, what he's excited about, and maybe talk about some of his challenges. I'm excited about one of the episodes we've got coming up, highlighting a couple of our former players that I was a part of at Denton Braswell. We've got Cam Smith, played his college ball at Oklahoma State. And then joining us on that episode is going to be Eric Cade, a.k.a. Big E. He's Big E because I think he's like 6'8", 300 pounds. When he was coming out as an offensive lineman, he was the top offensive lineman in the state of Texas coming out of his class. He had over 40 offers, ended up going to Ole Miss. After a year or so at Ole Miss, he took advantage of the transfer portal, ended up going to Missouri State where he played the rest of his college career. And what's really exciting, dreams can come true in Texas high school football as well as any other state, but these kids are living, breathing examples of playing on Friday nights, getting a college offer, going and playing college football, and now they're getting ready for the NFL draft. And both of them are in this year's NFL draft, and I'm excited to see where they end up after the draft, but we're going to have them on an episode that's going to drop here pretty soon as well. So just to close it out, guys, again, we're excited to highlight your programs. We're excited to highlight you as coaches. We're excited to highlight your players, and we're going to cover as much as we can. I know with me having a senior this year playing football, I'm not going to be able to get out to as many games on Friday night because I'm going to be watching my own kid finish out his high school career. But in the years to come, I will be all over East Texas to West Texas, DFW, covering Friday night football. I will try to catch some Thursday night games. Being in DFW, we do have quite a few programs that play on Thursday nights. So I'll cover some of those Thursday night games. RL, I know you plan on hitting Friday night games from Houston, the Valley, San Antonio, Austin, all that good stuff. So coaches, please let us know your schedules. Drop us your roster sheets of the kids that you're excited about that may not be getting the exposure. So we're going to end the episode there. Again, episode 1, we're super thankful that you checked us out. We hope that you continue to watch episodes as we drop them. Episode 2 is coming up shortly, and we are just, we're just excited. So thank you for...
Before we go, I want to make sure that we highlight this again so Adam is going to be covering West Texas all the way to East Texas and in the DFW area. I will have Waco all the way down to South Texas. And what I want to do is make sure that everyone has our social media.
Yep.
We are on X. We are on Instagram. I'm at _ and RL_Martin on Instagram. And you also have the Between the Hashes. Make sure y'all are following us, getting those videos and stuff out to us so that we can start covering you as well. If you want to be seen, be mentioned on the show, get that evaluation. So y'all make sure y'all get us that information. The last thing I want to say is a big shout out to Brandon Holland with Rivals. He's a good friend of mine as well. That is a lot of information. If you're not following B. Damone, y'all need to make sure y'all are following B. Damone. But hey, we're excited. We've got some great episodes coming. Y'all stay tuned with us. Make sure you're following us on social media and getting that information out to us, man. Make sure you do that.
And just so everybody knows, my Instagram and my Twitter is AL McAbee. So be sure to follow. My DMs are open. And like I said, send us everything. Till next time, RL, thank you, buddy.
Go get them, runners. Hook them horns.
Gig 'em Aggies. We'll see you guys.
See y'all.
Friday night, Texas sky, we lit, house packed out, whole town in it, pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state calls. We talk rivalries, legends, up next kings, breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams, so loud, so loud, so loud. You tune in now, right that way. This the part they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the big